This is a trade review for ONCS on June 10th, 2013. This trade is more about, it's not about how much money I made or didn't make. I think I made about $23 on like 25,000 shares. It was kind of hard to fill because it was a little bit illiquid. I had, I think, 10,000 filled at 0.267 and 15,000 filled at 0.278. And I ended up selling, right here at about maybe 2.277 average, give or take, so somewhere in this area. So the profit made is not really much of a concern. What the concern is just to show, just to tell my future self, as a reminder about waiting for a stock to pull back, let it set in a higher low, assuming that it sets, and then go from there. So in this case, what I should have done in this scenario was when it pulled back to about right above 0.275, I should have just waited and allowed it to see how it played out. If it continued crashing all the way back down to my entry point, right at where it opened, okay, fine, that's one thing. That's what I should have done in this case. But in this scenario, I panic sold for no reason. As you can see, huge volume on the two ticks, two big green ticks, about 300, about half a million in volume. When it pulled back, it was on low volume, meaning it was just profit takers and maybe some shorts. Here it is on 5 minutes. One huge, nearly half a million in volume, and then two small candles pulling back. Once this pullback was settling down, I should have waited for it to go two different ways. The first way is if it broke the high of day here, which in this case it did. And if it did do that, then I would set my stop right at this pullback point. In this case, after it made this new high, do a trend line here. After it made a new high, it came back down and made a higher low right here. From here to here. So then my stop after it made this candle right here, this higher low, would have been here, right below it. And of course there was a new high of day. It hit 30 cents, and never went below this higher low right here, which is 0.2805. So I should have just held on to this one until the end of day and possibly swung it as well. But even though I was up 700-800 for a day, I was still very very edgy, very conservative. Didn't give this alert the opportunity to put in a pullback, and then whether it goes up over the high of day, or if it never made that high of that if it never crossed this high of day and it just made a possibly a lower high, let's say right, come on, okay, let's say right here. And if it did that, then I would know, oh, then there's not enough momentum, and it just makes a high, new high, comes back down a little bit, can't make a new high of day, and it possibly just crashes right down. So just a reminder to myself and for viewers, give the stock, give your picks some time to work itself, instead of just panic selling and taking whatever measly profit, or you can't be too conservative or too impulsive. You gotta let things play out.